10.
It is live. Darcy? You lost your mute.
Let's try it again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Hi, Shar. Hi, Shay Shay. And I'm using the Grim Lincolns. It's Curious Cats, and this is from Sandra Murray sent it. So I'd like to thank Sandra, and I'll make sure I pull her a card. And I believe she also sent Penelope a new deck too.
Yes, she did. Sandra sent me. Just a sec. Which is wisdom. Did I get that there right? So thank you, Sandra, and greatly appreciated.
All right. So we have Shar, Shay Shay, Janine, and Brandon, and Shar. You have the Seven of Pentacles, and it's a really cute card. Pentacles represent earth, which represent ideas, but this is about money, and it's about knowing where your money is, how you're putting it away, what you're doing with it. It's also about conserving money because there's something that you're going to use it on in a little bit. So I am going to say maybe it's time to look at what's the word I'm looking for? Not balancing. It may be time to balance something around money. And I don't know if that means you're going to spend something, so you got to balance the amount you're going to spend, or whether or not it has to do with putting it away. I'm not 100% sure. So there may be a trip, an idea, or a concept that you're going to do. Shay Shay says, hello, ladies. I have Dave's anniversary, my fiance who passed away, coming up soon. And I know he is here trying to say something. Is anything coming through?
Well, first, don't forget to say happy birthday to him. And for you, I picked out, I'm not sure if you can see that, Witch is Wisdom. This is the Witch of Earth. And this is about knowing that you are going to face some challenges and that you're going to have to trust in your abilities and have courage. sort of courage under pressure is what it talks about, because that's what the bear symbolizes. And it says that right now, that if you feel like you don't have purpose, that this next little while will reveal your purpose to you.
I'm trying not to cough in everyone's ear, and I turn it off and then I forget. So, Janine, I am sorry court went bad. I was sort of afraid of that, but I was hoping that the sacrifice wouldn't be made and the dove thrown on the sword, so to speak. But I don't think it's done, so don't give up. Remember, positive thoughts. The devil tells us that we're not tied to anything. I like the way the cat's got its tongue out, and it's are those mouse traps? I'm not sure what they are.
Let's see.
But it looks as though it's trying to trap something, but the truth is you're not trapped. I think there's still another avenue for you to look at, so don't give up hope. Keep the faith. And yeah, Brandon, the Six of Wands, talks about moving away from a direction that doesn't work, standing on the fence, having a look at both sides of the fence to see what direction you want to go in and whether or not there's some more deliberation that needs to be made. And this is a message coming towards both of you. So I'm going to say that even though you, Janine, you said court went terrible, I'm not sure it's done yet. So maybe reevaluate what's transpired and see if there's another way to do this. Okay, Manuel is next.
Hi, Manuel. I hope, whoops, sorry, my book is falling down. I hope you are doing well and that you're having a great week. For you, the Ace of Air. And when I think of the harp, I think of music. And music tells us to be aware. It tells us to, in order to be heard, you must learn to listen. And the other thing that this card says is to have the courage to speak what is in your heart. When you think of musicians who write, they have the courage to speak for what is in their hearts, because it is said that that is where music comes from. So this next week is about being aware, learning to listen so that you can be heard, and then having the courage to say what you need to say.
All right. Sandra. Hi, Sandy. This is our cousin. How you doing? You have the Six of Pentacles, and this is sort of, for me, a playful card, but it's also about money. It's also about seeds, ideas. But what this is it's almost like you're making money. So I'm going to suggest don't print it on a Xerox machine because they don't do it anymore. And this is going in a new direction. You may be purchasing something here, Sandy. You may be looking at taking a little trip too. The other thing about it is I know this card doesn't normally represent someone passing, but you might be hearing as someone who's passing. So I'm just going to say that you may even hear their voice on the wind, because since you come from the same family, I'm going to say you're intuitive as well. And look after yourself. Okay. Next is Holly.
Hey, Holly, I hope you're doing well.
Okay, do you have a message for me from my brother Roger? As well, do you see a move? As well, do you see a move for us?
I don't hear a message from Roger, but I did pull for you the Witch of Fire. And, you know, this card talks about knowing yourself. To thy own heart be true. And if you can see, she's got a snake with her. She's got her smudge burning. And this is saying, have confidence in yourself. It is entirely possible that a move is coming, but first make sure that this is what you want. Sometimes we think we want to move because we're caught in a loop, but remember to look and think before you leap.
Okay. Carol. Hi, Carol. You have the Ace of Swords. And like I said, cute cards. He's sitting on the hilt of the sword. And the birds are flying all around him. And he's trying to decide which one to grab first. And as I look at this, it's the light that stands out, messages, new starts. If Holly had got this card, I would have said, yeah, Holly, you're moving. But this could be a card of movement, Carol. It could be that you're looking at renovations, decorating. It could be that you're having a communication with someone from a distance, and maybe they're finally coming to visit. But there is going to be movement around you. Okay. Mr. Orville, he says, good evening, you two wonderful ladies. And Ashley, looks like I'm grounded for the summer and will be doing some training. I don't want to have to leave this program to take a job. I don't think you're going to. And then he mentioned something about buying some cards somewhere. So that's for you.
I don't see the part about the cards.
No, it's down farther.
I picked for you the Four of Fire. The thing is so high, I'm not sure he can see it because it's cut off by the...
No, you can see the card if you move it to your other way. There.
Anyways, it's the Four of Fire. So what this card talks about is, staying close to home, family. It's about believing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be, and deciding what is most important while you're at home. Training might not be such a bad idea.
Okay. Mr. Khan and Mastora. So we have two cards here. We have the Three of Pentacles, and this is sort of like a cute card. Three of Pentacles first. Whoops, let's get it over here. And it looks like they're looking in a window. So you've got someone who's looking in, trying to see, wow, that's a life I want to live. So I'm going to say, make sure your windows are locked. But this could also be looking, because of the flowers and everything, this could be looking in a new direction. Sorry. This could be you're looking in a new direction, or you're looking at a move. And then we have the Star. And look at that, being comforted, feeling content. And this is into the winter, and with summer coming and flowers, and just that feeling of contentment of actually achieving what you're looking for, maybe a little vacation coming up as well. So I'm going to say, trust your instincts. You're going in the right direction. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. Oh, that's where he said it about the card. Shara said, thank you. Carol. Oh, we already did Carol. And Tracy.
Tracy, the card for you is Messenger of Water. And what it basically says is, be gentle with yourself. Take time to rest, to heal. Take time to listen to what the universe is trying to tell you. And I hope you're doing well.
So next we have Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Oh, thank you. Leslie, Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles normally talk of despair, talks about that fear that we hold on to. And as we hold on to the fear, we bring that fear closer towards us. So when I'm looking at this card, I I don't feel so much the fear as I feel the letting go, the light shining, saying, here you go. You can put your fears in here and I'll deal with them. The other part too is be careful of walking off of any uneven road work. So, like where they're digging up the road close to you, pay attention just in case they've dug. It looks like it's even, but they may have dug a little deeper closer to the edge. So just be careful of where you're walking off of. And I don't know who Larry is to you, but someone by the name of Larry is going to get in touch with you. Okay. So Holly said, thank you, ladies. Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. I hope you're doing well. For you, the 10 of water. Check this card out. I mean, the longer you look at it, the more that you see. And this card talks about wonderment. It also talks about awareness, talks about being aware of the abundance of life. Like when I first looked at this card, all I saw was the black cat, but then I kind of like black cats. But then I saw the frogs and is that a toucan?
Yeah, I think so.
The card talks about the wonder and the mystery of life. And water also talks about life. They have that expression, water is life. So this is about really embracing the wonder and the amazement of life. Don't lose track of it because life gets busy or you get upset. Always take pause.
Okay, Carol says thank you. And Mr. Conan says thank you. Then we have Jessica, and Tracy says thank you, and she's well. And Leslie said thank you. But before I do Jessica, I just want to point out, has anyone noticed how fast this month has gone by? I swear we just started it, and tomorrow is the middle of the month. Like, what gives? Okay, so Jessica, you have the 7 of Swords. Don't you like the look on that cat's face? Like, just piss me off and see what happens. And this is normally writing messages. This could be writing a book. It could be writing someone a letter. Don't write poison pen letters. They don't do well. And this is also be careful of leaving your wallet wherever where you shouldn't, because if you put it down, you might lose it. Or better yet, make sure you check your Visa card balance and make sure no one's used it. Well, you haven't been looking. Okay, so it's basically be aware of situations around you, Jessica, and take care and necessary steps to correct it if that is the problem. Okay. Leslie. Was that, did I just read for Leslie?
Yes.
Okay, Leslie. Boy, see, look at that. The day's gone by and I've already forgot who I read for. Next is Patty.
Patty? Hi, Patty. For you, the messenger, I'm sorry, the messenger of fire. I'm being nudged by my puppy dog, quite literally nudged. And this talks about paying attention to the signs, but the messenger of fire also says that this is a time for new beginnings. This is a time for you not to be afraid, to seize the moment that you've been wanting to seize. All the power you need is inside you. You just have to take that first step. And the greatest naysayer in your life is you, darling. So go stand in front of that mirror and stop saying nay.
Okay. Now, Lorraine, hi. You bring up a good point. Just before I forget, the 28th is our last show until after the summer, so that we can all enjoy, let's hope, summer. And so I just thought I'd let you know.
Hi, Lorraine.
And Lorraine, you have the King of Cups. And I like this card because he's sitting in the clamshell, and it makes me think of that one, where the lady, the Venus goddess, is in clamshell. But what this makes me also think of is, so over here, that I've never been there but would like to, the giant causeway in Ireland. And then these are all messages coming towards you. But the idea that you've got your finger in the pot and you're stirring something up, maybe you need to stir something up around you to add a little passion or flame or something to it. But the way you're doing it, it's very carefully, it's very subtle. You're not treading on people's toes. But what it is that you need to be, one, aware of your situations, but emotionally be able to talk about what is bothering you. Because the more you can express it, whether it's talking to someone, writing it down, singing it out, drumming it, doesn't really matter. If you can get that emotion to move from inside of you, then the King of Cups tells me things can heal. Now, this may also be connected to a gentleman who has passed, and he's just saying it's time to heal. Okay, Cindy's next. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. For you, the Nine of Water. And the Nine of Water, there's an echo, Darcy. Have you got a phone on or something?
Nope.
Because my phone's off.
Nope.
Anyways, the Nine of Water talks about a leap of faith. Trust that you can do this. Use your determination. And this is a leap of faith. Don't look before you leap. Just leap. This is your message.
All right. So we have a Della who is new. I don't think I've seen her before. So I'm going to say hello.
She is the young woman who came and took my blood.
Oh, well, you have the Emperor. And the Emperor is about standing tall, being sure of who you are, but it's also knowing that you've got someone, to me, who, if you look in the back and you've got the darker trees and everything, and it tells me that you've got spirit around you and that you need to know that they are there and that you're loved. And it also says that you have the ability to speak. So that could be speak with spirit, but they're saying that it's very strong and that you should know they're there and that you should be talking to them because they will make sure they get a message through to you. Okay, Carrie's next. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Carrie, for you, the Four of Water. And this is such a beautiful card. And the Four of Water says, open your heart. And opening your heart means that there is a season for everything, Carrie. And we need to take time to cry. We need to take time to laugh. We need to take time to grieve and to rejoice. So this card is saying, open your heart to all the emotions and embrace them all. Don't continue sitting on the fence any longer.
So we have Lily next. Hi, Lily. You have the 10 of Pentacles, and this is normally the card that represents happiness and passing in the night, and it represents spiritual belief, bringing the core into you to listen to your guides, your spirits. But it also, for me, talks about new opportunities and new growth. There should be a message coming to you because of the roses. So the roses make me think of a message from a loved one who's going to give you like a thumbs up of some sort so you know where they are. And they're saying to trust the message as you get it. Okay, Jen's next. Hi, Jen.
Hello, Jen. Jen, for you, the Six of Fire. And how appropriate, dragonflies. You know, dragonflies to me are such spiritual creatures, and they just bring me such joy. And what the Six of Fire talks about is clarity, being present in the moment, being aware of where you are and living this moment, not projecting to the next moment, just living here in this moment, this breath, this second, and embracing it and enjoying it.
Yep. So I'm going to pull for Sandra if you want to pull her one too.
Okay.
Because there's no one else right now, so I figure I better pull her a card and do this so we can. There's so many nice cards here. I don't know which one she'd want. Okay, we'll go with this one. As usual, Sandra, I pulled a few before I decided which one. The sun. Look at that. This is joy, happiness. This is experience life at this very moment and embrace it to the fullest. It is about letting go of your fears and knowing that love is surrounding you everywhere. And again, Sandra, thank you very much for the cards.
Yes, and for you, Sandra, the Witch of Air. And what this card actually talks about is seizing the moment, ecstasy, devotion, and divine love, like truly getting in touch with your feelings, truly believing in everything around you that is real and tangible, as well as what is not tangible. Notice I didn't say not real, just not tangible.
Yes. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be doing anything because no one else would think this is real. Oh, Jen wants to know if you can pull a card for her cousin Sean.
Okay. For her cousin Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Goddess of the Air. This talks about fixing your relationships. That doesn't mean saving your relationships, fixing your relationships, learning where you have equally played a part, whether we think it or not. Because once we can fix our relationships, we can cut ties with the past. We're not fixing a relationship doesn't mean you have to take a person back into your life. But part of that fixing is fixing yourself, realizing what happened, and then moving on from it.
Okay. Next.
Lovely cut knife.
Yes. Hi, Lovey. Lovey, you have strength. Look at this. I like that. Cat taking on a dog who's baring its teeth. But then you've got the butterflies and you've got the infinity sign back here and the poppies. So depending on what time of year this is, it could be anywhere from fall to spring to, well, November in particular, when first poppies that we know of. But the idea is what you put out there. The cat is showing, see how it's glowing? It's showing the dog you can have kindness. You don't have to growl. We can do this in a friendly manner and talk it out. So for me, congratulations about signing up for classes in the fall. And maybe at times you might find that it's like, oh my God, what am I doing here? But you have the strength to pull it off and you can succeed in what you're doing. So go forward and conquer.
Oh, did you want to pull one for Faye?
Yes. We need to pull one for Faye. Oh, Faye, 8 of Wands. Messenger coming. Since I know you've got company coming. But the 8 of Wands is conquering. 8 is the infinity sign turned sideways. So this may be that you're showing people around and directing them and just letting the magic, or let the moment have the magic sort of idea. Well, it's still a good class to be in, Lovey. Okay, Della. Do you have time to pull a card for my son, Mike Mitchell? He's watching with me.
Yes. The 9 of Fire. You know, the 9 of Fire talks about abundance. I don't know if you can see the whole card, but there's all kinds of things that talks about foraging as well. You know, there are a lot of people who learn to forage, but if you're going to learn to forage in our forests for things like mushrooms and herbs and stuff, please make sure that you take courses or speak to someone who is well versed in that. But it also talks about being gratitude, practicing gratitude every day. And there's no time frame or age limit on learning to start to practice gratitude. You can be as young as 10 or 13 to 113. It is never too late to start maybe journalizing gratitude in a gratitude journal or practicing it. So that is your message, hon.
Okay, Margaret. I'm not sure what you mean by anything on my son and daughter, so I'm going to say that you might want to narrow it down. Oh, okay. Can we do Margaret first? I started talking to her first. Nine of Pentacles. To me, this is be patient. What you are looking for comes towards you. Time isn't of the essence, and the hummingbird's all about being busy, keep moving, don't stop. And the biggest thing is I'm hearing is be patient. Okay, and Lovey asked if we could pull a card for Brittany.
Lovely for your friend Brittany. The Eight of Earth. Now, when I look at this, the first thing I think of is an oasis. And what this card makes me think is like, know where you are. Know where you are. Pay attention. And humility, to practice humility and to practice being grateful that you have water and space and all of those things. So tell your friend to be aware, to go outside, to look around. Like, don't just get stuck behind a desk or in the house because it's convenient. Go outside, go visit the mountains or the ocean.
Okay. We'll just wait a few minutes and see if anyone else comes on, and we'll do the usual. Did we miss anyone? I don't think so. It really comes in handy with Ashley pulling the names and putting them up on screen. Okay. I don't know who the message is for, but it's from, I think it's either Roger or Raymond or Richard. And part of it is the usual time heals all wounds, but the other part is to spread your wings and soar. That's the other part I'm hearing. So I'll put it out there, and whoever it resonates with, you just take it home. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to come on, so we will say, oh, will Lovey ever get a boyfriend? Of course you will. Sometimes patience is a virtue, but doesn't always work for people. I would say yes. What would you say?
I would say spend a little time making sure you know who you are, and then someone will come towards you.
All right. So
Liam came.
Yep. Hi, Liam. Well, when's the move, Liam? The 10 of Cups talks about achieving that happy family environment that you're looking for, the perfect union between two people who can correspond with each other. And the waves say that you go with the flow of things and try not to fight against it. And the cup represents success. So that's what it says. Okay, might as well pull one for his Heather because she's not here, but we'll still pull one for her.
Okay, let me find one. Okay.
There she is.
And you got another one, Rachel, right after Heather. Heather, this is Messenger of the Air. This says anything is possible, honey. You have but to ask for it, believe in it, ask for it, and achieve it. So I'm not sure when the move is, but it looks
July 14th.
July 14th. It looks like things are going well. Try not to argue too much over the packing. Never one of my favorite things. But this says if you are following a dream, don't hesitate to keep your eye on that dream and believe it's going to happen and things are going to be better.
Hi, Rachel. Rachel, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the first thing I thought of was, hey, I earned this money. I can play with it any way I want to, whether I want to bat it around or let it grow. It's all up to me. This, and you've got news of a pregnancy coming around you. But this is about enjoy what you reap your rewards because you have earned the money. Don't be afraid to do what you want with your money. Just don't go crazy. You're welcome, Liam. Okay, if you want to pull a card for Thomas, her son, he went into detox Monday and we are hoping he is accepted to a longer program.
Okay, this is the Craftsman of Fire. And what the Craftsman of Fire says, there is a fire within you. So you can write this down for your son, that there is a fire within you and that you have a purpose. And that although the conditions, and the card literally talks about the challenge of conditions, you will succeed. Again, one of those cards that talks about whatever it is that you like. When you look at the craftsman, right, he's forging in fire. That's hot, that's arduous, yet he has the confidence to know that what he is creating will be something amazing. So stay the course.
Okay. Marie. Hi, Marie.
Hi,
You
Marie.
have the Five of Cups. Look to your future. Don't keep looking at your past because the past is already done. That's why it's called the past. And this is turn around, have a look what's in front of you and what can you do with it. And sometimes looking back is great, but only take away from it what you need to hold on to. Don't hold on to everything. So there's new opportunities being presented to you, and I'm saying turn around, have a look at them because emotionally your life is going to change. And as it change, it's being open to accepting the change and knowing what to keep and what to let go. Lovey wants to know if you've seen her sunrise pictures.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Okay. And Brenda
Like
has.
most of them, they're gorgeous.
Oh, that's excellent. I'll have to see if they're up. And Brenda has a card for Brenda, her mom Effie, and Tina. So I'll take Tina. You can have Brenda and her mom Effie.
Okay, so Brenda, I'm going to do you first. And for you, the Four of Earth. And this talks about taking some time to balance your life, find some stability, and ground yourself. So the best way to ground yourself when you aren't feeling grounded, I have always believed, is going outside, taking off your shoes. And in my case, my shoes, because I don't wear socks ever. And taking that time to walk through grass. When I was younger, it was snow, but we don't do that anymore. But grass, and feel the earth, and just take a few minutes to ground yourself and to center yourself before you start your next mission. You know, I think that's very important. Why don't you do Tina and then I'll do Alla after you do Tina?
Effie.
Effie, I mean.
Okay. Tina, honey, you have the Judgment card. And I like this card because it's balanced. And it's very much about present day, but it's like you're sitting in a position where you get to look at things and make a decision around what is going to happen. And this could be all about yourself. You're making your judgment call based on the information you had gathered that you've sorted through. And now you're going to make a decision of what you're going to do. And this could be a move. It could be a job change. It could be sorting out your closet, but you're the person who's making that decision, no one else. Okay, and now Effie.
Effie, for you, the card, intuition. And intuition talks about, initiation. Initiation talks about letting go of the past. Do you ever notice, check out in the corner there, these fox cubs are trying to open this suitcase. You ever notice as we go through life and we live longer, we carry all this baggage with us. We say we don't, but we really do, hun. We carry baggage. And now is the time in our lives to start opening up that suitcase, or 3 or 4 of them, and dropping the emotional and not just the physical baggage of, 5 sets of dishes or whatever it is, but the emotional baggage that we carry. How important is it to carry it around with you? Will it serve a purpose? So this is about dropping your baggage, letting go of the past, and just being willing to plunge into the future head first, without even knowing that whether there is anything certain to be found in it. There you go.
Well, there's always something to be found in the future. Okay, so Annalisa, about your future. This card is the Lover's card, as you can see, and I didn't look. I just pulled a card for a change. And so when we look at this, Lovers, I like the analogy here in the fact that 2 hearts beat as one to grow. And if your hearts are not beating to the same sync as each other, either you need to have a look at this relationship and say, okay, this is what I'm after. Now, what do I have to do to help make it succeed? Or this isn't quite what I signed up for. So now what do I do? And again, you look at it to determine what direction you want to go in. I think, given that this card came out, that you can, and remember, free will here, everyone. Your choice is you either make it work or you walk away. But my feeling is you're going to make it work. So, and I know I can be wrong, so I'm good with that too. But I'll leave that final choice up to you. All right. Okay, we'll give it a few minutes and see if anyone else shows up. I'm just trying to think of anyone who normally comes on that we haven't read for, but I can't think of anyone tonight. I think we caught most people.
There we go. Had to put my leg up for a minute.
Okay, well then, at which point, let's say goodnight to the good folks. Elaine, you're just in time.
Elaine.
Okay, she's yours. I just read one.
Elaine, for you, let's see. First card on my pile. I should read it, shouldn't I? Craftsman of Earth. Honey, this is talking about embracing your creative chaos and experience the joy and the hopefulness of letting go, of just getting rid of. Sometimes we don't need a solution to the issue in our life. Sometimes the greatest joy is just letting go. Who cares if it gets resolved? Who cares if there's an answer? Oh, and maybe practice a little green magic, kitchen witchery, grow something outside. That's a little bit of green magic. And as we're coming into the solstice period, this is a time for all of us to embrace our inner and some of us outer witches.
Yep. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll just repeat that June 28th is our last show for the summer, and then we'll be back after the summer. That gives everyone, ourselves included, a chance to enjoy, hopefully, the good weather and no more fires. So thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you all for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. And I will leave you with my usual blessing. Masalama, go in light.
All right. And may love, joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone. We'll see you again next week.